old. He sits in a chair. He comes out with a cane, and he still has the voice, but boy, is that dude fucked up. Fucked up. He is fuck. I have watched performers have to be on stools because they break their arm and they break their leg or whatever. But I'm telling you, wow. I can't believe I paid money to that fucker. I don't like this list. I'm going to go with this list. So, Eye of the Tiger is the most prolific, right? Like, that's the most prolific. Of course. But
yep.
I'm just saying that's probably the most historically. Let's go. Let's move on with, let's see. We did Berchelt. We did Roman. Josh Taylor dominates. Stops Ryan Martin in the 7th, again by Keith Eidick, the only person who can write over at BoxingScene.com. The stoppage of Josh Taylor-Ryan Martin fight appeared premature. Taylor's win also seemed inevitable. Taylor dominated Martin before their scheduled 12-round fight ended once Taylor landed an illegal left hand to the back of Martin's head in the 7th round on Saturday night. The shot sent Martin into the ropes and eventually to the canvas. The reason none of you know about this is because it was a couple of white guys fighting, and nobody really gives a shit about two white guys fighting. Referee Victor Laughlin quickly jumped to wave a halt to the action in Glasgow, Scotland. Home of those, have you been watching the Mel Gibson movie On Rotation recently? You can take our land, but you can't take our people.
No.
What is that movie with
Braveheart?
Yeah. Martin complained about.
I screamed freedom one time as I was being kicked out of the Raider game. Yeah, I screamed that walking down.
You can take my tickets, but you can't take our freedom.
Yeah, the whole crowd started going crazy. Yes, sir. They said I spit on a cheese fan. I didn't. I was yelling maybe, and something might have happened.
I don't know why I hate Chiefs fans so much.
I'm not a spitting guy. Lee, fuck that. I'm not going to spit on him. And then I want him to spit on me? I don't want anyone spitting on me. No, I didn't do that, but that's what they said, and they got me out of there. Had to wait in the parking lot for like 2 quarters.
Oh, my gosh. You're my favorite person ever, Andrew. You are. If Christina kicks you out, I'll take you in, okay?
I can sleep with the cat in the cat room.
You can sleep with the cats in the cat room. Fucking, oh my god, I gotta stop rescuing fucking cats. And that's Eye of the Tiger in the background for all you fucking peckerheads who don't see me. If you were born after this song, I don't know what to say for you for not hearing this song. Never watched a Rocky movie. I am so jacked up about Creed. Looks so good. And I'm going to go out on a limb and say that the white guy does not win in that movie. I'm just going to go out on a limb, Andrew. And why is a middleweight fighting a heavyweight in that movie? I don't understand that either. Because he killed your dad?
The guy looks fucking huge. Yeah.
Dude, yes, that fight would never happen. Ever. Okay, we all, in the old days of boxing, we believed it because you came off an era of little tiny heavyweights. So there was crazy shit. So you could theoretically have a Rocky Balboa who was like 205, 210, being a heavyweight and going for it. Why? Because white people remember small white guys being champion. I don't want to break it to you about white heavyweight champions that were under 6 foot. They had granite jaws. Like, those champions were insanely granite jawed. They just wear people out who beat on them. That's my history of boxing by Lee Honish. Thanks for tuning in. I don't even care about this Josh Taylor.
Josh Taylor. Oh, come on. This is wait a minute. Wait.
Go ahead.
This was a decent matchup, right? You had 2 undefeated. You had the Ryan Martin. He was 22-0-12 going over fighting Josh Taylor, who was 12-0-10. Josh Taylor has been a big prospect out there. We brought him up numerous times, and this is really a division that's starting to make a lot of noise. And you can put some of it on this World Boxing Series that's going on because it's made some competitive fights. But right now, that Regis Progas kid? Progay. I think his name is Progay.
Whatever. White guy.
Josh Taylor.
Just say white guy from now on. We're just stereotyping all white guys.
Are on the top. They're all in the top of the division. Right now, Josh Taylor and Prograis look like they're on a collision course here for the finals. They're the two favorites going into the semifinals. I think Prograis has to fight Curly Relic, who's 23-2, and Josh Taylor is going to have to fight Ivan. I can't pronounce that last name. Who's undefeated at 19-0. So very good junior welterweight clash starting to form here because of this World Boxing Series. And Josh Taylor looked excellent last night, Lee, but the Martin kid didn't show up. You know, it was he didn't throw punches. And you know what was funny is during the week he had came out and said, I promised to be more aggressive. So me not really knowing this kid, I guess he's done this before where he looked like a sparring partner is the best way I can say it. Even though he's undefeated, he didn't have that killer instinct about him. He just carried the fight. He never went after it. And while Josh Taylor is good and he must have power, it didn't really show up in the fight. I love his boxing skills. I love his combinations, his speed. He's a pretty good package coming from the UK, who are not known to be that elite, great of boxers. More of them are power fighters, right? Sluggers, in-your-face guys. Taylor, totally different. Southpaw, can switch to right hand if he needed to. Did look comfortable in both stance. I really like this main event coming up. If it's Taylor versus Prograis, what a great fight for one of them to get into the real money in their career by being the undisputed junior welterweight champ. Remember, Prograis, he swears Crawford avoided him and Mikey Garcia. He was in that same umbrella there coming up when those guys were there, and they both left. He's now he runs that division. He's the number one fighter there, and he's got the undefeated kid from the UK. He's making a lot of noise. So that's going to be a hell of a fight if them two can win their next two bouts and actually pull this one off.
Andrew, I don't mean to interrupt you, but our next song up is Stormy Z's Shut Up, Anthony Joshua's theme song that he comes out to.
Remember when De La Hoya came out to Mariah Carey's I Want to Be a Hero, or We're All Heroes? Yeah, that was a real downside in Oscar's career. I'll never forget that. I think he did it twice, too. There's a hero in all of us.
I don't think anybody's going to be a downside in Oscar's career outside of having
spoons. We should have known that.
Spoons up his ass was pretty strong, dude.
That's way later, though. That's way later.
No, that's not something later. That's something that was always going on. I'm telling you, the Puerto Rican princess, the beauty queen from Puerto Rico that he married, was inserting spoons up his ass in her spare time. She's going to write a tell-all book about his freakiness. I'd listen to that.
That could have been Pacquiao after Pacquiao used his head like a speed bag, Lee. You don't know when that happened.
Nonito Donaire.
I know. Hey. We should have known something after We're All a Hero, Mariah Carey. He was walking out to that song.
Nonito Donaire beats injured Burnett by TKO, wins the WBA in shocker. It is a fucking shocker, kids. It wasn't the type of statement Nonito Donaire planned to make, but the Filipino Flash, who literally has brain damage from the amount of beatings he's taken.
Oh my gosh, that is so not right.
Why do you think his brother got out of the business and delivers milk in the Bay Area?
He's not his brother, though. He used to spar his brother. That's why his brother got out of the business.
Have you run into his brother still delivering milk?
No, I don't run into his brother. No, he's probably living happily off of his fighting wages somewhere, Lee.
You saw him delivering milk
Shit.
From the dairy. And there's no dairy in Oakland.
Yes. He had a job. Yes,
defending WBA Super World Bantamweight champion Ryan Burnett suffered a prohibited back injury during the fourth round of what had been a competitive 118-pound title fight in Glasgow, Scotland, on the undercard of Burnett. Las Vegas's Donaire, 39-5, 25 KOs, and by the way, all 5 of those losses by brutal beatings. Became a champion again in a weight class in which he hadn't been competing in 7 years. He also advanced to the semifinals of the World Boxing Super Series Bantamweight Tournament. Oh my. The 35-year-old Donaire will battle South Africa's Zolani Teti. Is he black or is he white?
I don't know.
well, you can make fun of white South Africans. You cannot make fun of black South Africans, Andrew. Who owns the WBO Bantamweight Championship in the semifinals? I'm going to look up Zolando Titi. I'm hoping that Zolani Titi is a guy, but based on the name...
Nah, I think it's going to say black man.
Straight out of Compton. Oh, yeah, he's black.
No, he's not straight out of
black,
Compton.
Y'all. He's black, y'all.
Oh, my gosh.
He's blacker than
That's
black.
That's terrible. He's from South Africa. He's not from Compton.
Oh, okay. He's straight out of the jungle.
28, 3, and 21. Ain't bad. Got some power. Now, I'm going to tell you what happened last night. Because I know you didn't watch it, even though I asked you to watch it. I know you didn't watch it. I hope you watched that PDC video.
Living off the grid in small houses.
I hope you watched the
Discovery.
PDC video.
By the way, I want to insert the next song right here real quick. You're going to go on a rant. Hold on. It's a good point to insert a rant. What? We're running multiple stories.
About Nonito? Okay, about Nonito.
Oh, yeah, hold on. I got to get the commercial out of the way before Nonito did. So the next song is my own insertion. Andrew will agree. Mama Said Knock You Out has to be on the list, right?
Yep. Tyson brought that out.
There you go. Go ahead. Talk about Nonito.
Yeah, Ryan Burnett had a back injury.
Me today, Andrew?
No. No, I'm on cut number 4. So that was probably
good. All right, tell me why I should care about Nonito Donaire, who's literally taken some of the most abusive beatings in his last 5 fights.
Well, it was a great win for a veteran fighter. So
it wasn't a great win. He fought a guy who got his back hurt.
He went across the pond, took on an undefeated kid that didn't you see how they were all shocked? I wasn't shocked. Why are we shocked that Nonito Donaire would go somewhere and his power get him out of that fight? And I think that's what did it. Look, I know they got a back injury. I've seen the fight. I've seen it twice. Matter of fact, it was only 4 rounds. I replayed it. It's Nonito's winning this fight. Lee, he's winning this fight. And it wasn't his left hook. It's actually his right hand that's doing most of the damage. He's on point. His speed is there. His power is back because he went 2 weight divisions back down, right? You got to remember, this is an era of people that were jumping multiple weight divisions. Everyone's chasing a check. They're either chasing Manny or chasing Floyd. But this is an era where many fighters, I think, later on are going to regret leaving the weight divisions they were at because they could have had legacies. And Nonito proved that last night, going back 2 divisions and turning back the hands of time. Now, with that being said, it did end in the 4th round. And you know, most of the time there's an old saying in boxing, when you're fighting a veteran, you want to get past 5. Because after 5, the veteran usually starts declining. He's not the same, can't go as long. We didn't see that if Donaire had that. But in those first 4 rounds, boy, did he look like the Nonito of old. I knew he was going to win this fight. I didn't need the back injury. That kid was going to get put to sleep. He was taking way too many punches. He was the only one getting hurt. Yeah, every once in a while he would land back on Nonito. Nonito's taken shots before, as Lee said. He's been in a lot of wars. He knows how to take a punch. And they were getting all excited when Josh Taylor was landing his blows. But the guy that was doing the damage, the fighter that looked like he was going to be able to stop the kid late was Nonito Donaire. And before he could do that, the back went out. I don't know.
By the way, for people keeping score at home, that would be white versus Filipino in a white city. Just calling it as it is.
Oh, and Ireland, yeah, they haven't been having a good month, huh?
Scotland, bro. Scotland. It's not Ireland. We actually have people who listen to the show from over there. And trust me when I say, Paul Cuff, go ahead and chime in at this point. Go to FightNet.
Yeah,
Paul, get up. Go to FightNetRadio.com and give a geography lesson to Andrew on Ireland and Scotland and Andrew.
What? Dude, it said Belfast. I thought that was Ireland.
Well, yeah, Belfast is Ireland, but this was in Glasgow.
That's where he's from.
This was in Scotland.
It's from. But
that's from the Highland.
Oh, my gosh. Whatever. It's where he's from.
You think white people are just all white? That's so offensive to white people. Andrew.
Oh, white people think they're all white. Try to ask a white guy who he really is. They have no fucking idea.
I actually
I'm
do.
white.
I want everybody to take a fucking DNA test. But I can safely tell you this, and I could be wrong. Paul Cuff can chime in because he's our only European correspondent. But I don't think the Irish people want to associate themselves with Glasgowians. I could be wrong, but I don't think Scottish people like to be confused with Irish people.